Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Beast All Generation episode number 129. This is I don't know how many battles of round 3 that I've done now, but what I do know is there's 6 battles left after this one. So, fighting for one of the last few spots in round 4, we have 2 beasts, both with pink/purple covers, but very similar in a way. Cover-wise, not beast-wise. So, anyway, let's get into this. Representing Series 6, and is also the last beast standing of Series 6, we have book number 6, Vespick the Wasp Queen, versus the last beast standing of Series 20, book 3 from the Isle of Ghosts, we have Okira the Crusher. Though on the Beast Quest wiki, it has a better title being Okira, the Two-Faced Crusher. I like the Two-Faced part because I do use the this version of Okira with Kato on it. So yeah, I like it more. I haven't thought of a battlefield for these two, so let's just okay. I'll use the Kingdom of Meaton. Meaton? Yeah. There, where Vespick was fought, that's where it's gonna be. Meaton. Meaton? Is it really called Meaton? Come on. Kaonia. Bad name, Kaonia, but Meaton is where the fight's gonna be. Let's get to the stats. Vespick's armor-plated body is twice as tall as a man's, and her wings give her terrifying speed and agility. She is armed with 6 brutal hooked claws and a stinger which oozes a deadly green venom. One drop will instantly kill her prey. Worst of all, Vespick has an army of wasps at her command. They swarm around her victims, weakening them with excruciating stings. Almost like the Tracker Jackers from Hunger Games. Fun fact, poison from a wasp sting was used in a potion to revive Freya. Huh. Cool. Age 285, power 253, magic level 173, fright factor 83, and size 127. Small beast. Compared to previous beasts, this is a small beast. Powers and abilities: insect manipulation. Vespick commands hundreds of thousands of wasps. A skilled fighter. I don't need to explain that one. I remember that clear as day. Flight and deflection. Vespick has wings which allow her to fly and are durable enough to deflect arrows. Venom manipulation. Vespick's stinger drips venom, as mentioned in the bio, which is deadly. And one drop will instantly kill her prey. Natural armor and natural weaponry. Minions are wasps. Weaknesses: water, and wing removal. Her wings can be cut off. Oh dear. Now, moving on to Okira the Two-Faced Crusher, the superior title for this beast. The Isle of Ghosts is perhaps the most terrifying place Tom and Alina's quest ever took them, but this is also home to good beasts like this colossal stone ogre. Okira is fiercely muscled with fists big enough to punch through walls. The ogre's good heart can tell the difference between friend and foe, if the friend survives his wild rage long enough. Age 88. Jesus, I forgot that. Wow, that is a young beast. Age 88, power 217, magic level 138, fright factor 82, size 363. That is a giant ogre. Young ogre. Giant. It's a big baby. It's a big baby. Powers and abilities: enhanced strength, weapon mastery, being the chain, enhanced durability, and spell manipulation. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna die. Something which I have established when it comes to Okira and Kato here. The spell manipulation is only fire-related spells. Which, with this matchup, I'm starting to regret, but I need to stick to the rules, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Equipment is the metal chain, and weaknesses are enchantments. Okay. So with that, we've got the stats department done, the battlefield decided, and with that, let's get into this. So, as Okira joined with Kato, makes his way towards Meaton. Meaton? Okay, makes his way towards Meaton. They hear this horrible buzzing noise, but think nothing of it, thinking it's just nothing. Thinking it's just a few insects just around. As they get closer to Meaton, the buzzing becomes more violent and aggressive. Still thinking nothing of it, they make their way into Meaton, into the town centre of it, and they look up to the highest point of the castle and see a swarm of wasps just going around the tower. And and they hear a voice coming from the tower saying, "Who dares tries to kill me?" Oh, it's Okira, the person that I need to kill. Stay down there. I'll be down soon enough. And as soon as she finished, the wasps turn into like a vortex going from the tower into the other side of the town square. As the wasps disperse, Vespick appears. And as soon as she appeared, she lunges into action, charging directly towards Okira and kicking him square in the face, knocking him back. Kato, with his staff, goes to knock Vespick back, but Vespick deflects it with her armor on her wrist and takes a step back, staying high in the sky. Kato waves his staff around and shoots a fireball directly towards Vespick, whilst Okira uses his chain and lunges it towards, whips it towards Vespick. Vespick dodges the fireball with ease and grabs the chain with her claws, her hand, sorry, and kind of somersaults around it and pulls it towards herself, pulling Okira's arm forward. But Okira, having a very good grip on the chain, pulls it back from her. Vespick, enraged by this, then says, "Well, you seem to put up a good fight, but now you need to deal with my minions as well." She lets out this ear-piercing screech, and almost by command, which is, her wasps come into play and just shroud Okira and Kato's head. They're both fighting it out, trying to take care of the wasps, whilst Vespick just stands there and watches them squirm from the wasps, who are violently stinging them at every opportunity they get. Kato, enraged by this, lifts up his staff with a little torch lit at the end and brings it down to the ground, which sets a ring of fire go around them, which bursts flames coming upwards. Okira and Kato are both burnt by these flames, but the wasps disperse. Some of them burnt to a crisp, but the wasps disperse, and when the flames cleared up, we see Okira and Kato with horrible wasp stings around them and burn marks all over them as well. However, that doesn't seem to faze him, as Okira instantly goes to whip his chain towards Vespick, in which Vespick ducks for the chain to wrap around a stone pillar, in which Okira pulls on the chain and breaks the pillar for the pillar to fall forwards towards Vespick. Vespick's able to duck out of the way and, using all of her strength, pushes the pillar with more momentum, going straight towards Okira and Kato. Okira, using his free fist, punches the pillar right when it was about to impact them, and it shatters into millions of debris, causing smoke. Is it smoke? Dust to go everywhere. In which Vespick immediately jumps into action and buzzes up towards them, where she wraps her claws around Kato's staff, pries it from his hands, and lifts up a free claw and scratches Kato's eye, one of Kato's eyes out, was keeping the staff for herself at a far distance away. Okira, enraged by this, whips the chain towards Vespick, in which Vespick deflects it with the staff. The chain wraps around the staff, and Vespick then digs the staff into the ground and then flies up towards Okira and digs her claws straight into Okira's head in his brain, causing Okira to roar in pain and let go of the chain. As he tries to grab Vespick, Vespick flips off of Okira, grabs the chain, and flies away with it, picking up the staff at the same time. Vespick, at a high vantage point, looks down towards Okira and Kato, from the top of the tower, laughs at them and mockingly says, "You try to kill me with these, your little toys? Well, let's see how good you are without them. Because if you ask me, you're nothing without your weapons." And she commands her wasps to take the weapons from her. And as the weapons get taken away, the wasps disperse as the weapons fall into the moat surrounding Meaton. Okira, enraged by this, runs up to the tower which Vespick is perched on and punches it repeatedly, trying to knock it down. The tower does shake and starts to collapse, but because of Okira's blind rage, the tower falls down on him. Vespick makes her way gracefully down to the ground, staring at the rubble where that fell on top of Okira and Kato. Okira bursts out of it, bleeding from so many wounds given to him by Vespick, but also the rubble. And turns around to see Kato just slumped over. Kato died from that instant because part human gets dead by this rubble. The ogre probably would survive. Okira charges up towards Vespick, still in this blind rage, and Vespick decides that this has gone on for long enough. She trips Okira over with the kicking him in the shins with as hard as she can with her metal plates in her leg armor, tripping him up. He falls face first into the ground. She gets on top of Okira, digging her claws from her feet into his back, and then turning round on his back, lifts her stinger up and stabs it right into Okira's the back of Akira's head, with the stinger poking out through his in between his eyes. At that point, Okira stops roaring and lets out one gasp of air before collapsing down to the ground. Vespick withdraws her stinger and makes her way back to her castle, where her tallest point has been destroyed, but goes to her throne room, which is actually the first scene where we saw Vespick. So, yeah, let's say she has a throne room. I'm fully aware it's meant to be someone else's, but Vespick already won. Vespick had control of that city in her book, so I'm going to say it's her throne room. But with that, Vespick has won, Okira has lost. If you think Okira should won, then please in console why you think that. How my word's final and Vespick's moving on to the next round. Now, I could have easily given Okira the victory here. But the reason why I didn't is because ultimately Okira is an ogre, and ogres are filled with blind rage most of the time. They're not as bright as the bulbs in the shed. So I feel like if Okira got angered, he would just focus on trying to kill something. With Kato being part human, of course, well, the human part of him, he was not going to survive that tower falling down on him, which Okira caused himself. So, his fault there. His fault there why Kato died. As for the weapons getting taken off them, Okira is stupid enough to let go of his chain. Like I said, ogre. But as for Kato, I would imagine he would put up a fight on trying to keep the staff. But ultimately, you're fighting a wasp with very sharp claws. And obviously Vespick clawed one of his eyes out to get this staff. once their weapons were gone, that was the fight done. I can't see any way Okira would have won without those weapons. But I still tried to keep a good fight. But personally, I did not see a way in which Okira is going to win against Vespick without the weapons. And with Vespick's added on very highly, very good fighting skills, Vespick does have this experience when it comes to close-up combat to the point where she can fight without her wings. And whilst, yes, she did use her wings in the fight as momentum to move forward and catch them by surprise, even without her wings, I think she would have won when those weapons got taken off her. Well, off Okira. So, like I said, Vespick's won, and Series 20, the Isle of Ghosts, is now eliminated from the tournament. And with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.